Today, our topic is how to handle uncertainty like a Stoic. Life is full of uncertainty. Every day we face situations where we don't know what will happen next. Maybe you are waiting for a job offer, or you are worried about your health, or you are unsure about the future of a relationship. These moments of not knowing can make us feel anxious, scared, or even helpless. But what if I told you that there is a way to handle uncertainty with calm and strength? This is where Stoicism comes in. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that teaches us how to live a good life, even when things are out of our control. The Stoics believe that we cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we respond to it. This idea is powerful because it shifts the focus from what we cannot change to what we can, our own thoughts, actions, and attitudes. Let's start by understanding what uncertainty really is. Uncertainty is the feeling of not knowing what will happen in the future. It is the gap between where we are now and where we want to be. For example, if you are waiting for the results of an important exam, you feel uncertain because you don't know if you passed or failed. This uncertainty can create stress because our minds naturally want to predict and control outcomes. When we can't, we feel uncomfortable. But here's the thing. Uncertainty is a natural part of life. No one can predict the future with 100% accuracy. Even the most successful people in the world face uncertainty every day. The difference is how they handle it. The Stoics teach us that the key to handling uncertainty is to focus on what we can control and let go of what we cannot. This sounds simple, but it is not easy. It requires practice and discipline. Let's break it down. First, we need to identify what is within our control and what is not. For example, you can control how much you study for an exam, but you cannot control the questions that will be on it. You can control how you treat others, but you cannot control how they will respond to you. You can control your effort, but you cannot control the outcome. Once we clearly understand this distinction, we can stop wasting energy on things we cannot change and focus on what we can. One of the most important Stoic practices is to prepare for uncertainty. The Stoics called this Premeditatio Malorum, which means the premeditation of evils. This is not about being pessimistic or expecting the worst to happen. It is about imagining the challenges you might face so that you are mentally prepared to handle them. For example, if you are worried about losing your job, imagine what you would do if it happened. Would you update your resume? Would you start looking for new opportunities? By thinking about these scenarios in advance, you reduce the fear of the unknown. You realize that even if the worst happens, you have a plan and the strength to deal with it. Another Stoic practice is to focus on the present moment. Uncertainty often comes from worrying about the future or regretting the past. But the truth is, the only moment we truly have is the present. The past is gone, and the future is not here yet. By focusing on the present, we can reduce anxiety and make better decisions. For example, if you are worried about an upcoming presentation, instead of imagining all the things that could go wrong, focus on preparing for it right now. Practice your speech, review your notes, and do your best in this moment. This way, you are taking action instead of being paralyzed by fear. The Stoics also remind us that uncertainty is not always bad. In fact, it can be an opportunity for growth. When we face uncertainty, we are forced to adapt, to learn new skills, and to become stronger. Think about it. If everything in life were predictable, we would never grow. It's the challenges and the unknown that push us to become better versions of ourselves. For example, if you lose your job, it might be the push you need to start your own business or to pursue a career you are truly passionate about. Uncertainty can be a teacher if we are willing to learn from it. One of the most powerful Stoic ideas is that we should not attach our happiness to external things. External things are outside of our control, and they can change at any moment. If we base our happiness on things like money, success, or other people's opinions, we will always be at the mercy of uncertainty. Instead, the Stoics teach us to find happiness within ourselves. This means focusing on our own character, virtues, and inner strength. For example, instead of worrying about whether you will get a promotion, focus on being the best employee you can be. Work hard, be kind, and take pride in your efforts. Even if you don't get the promotion, you can feel good about yourself because you know you did your best. Another important Stoic principle is to accept what happens without resistance. This does not mean that we should give up or stop trying. It means that we should accept reality as it is, rather than fighting against it. For example, if it starts raining during your outdoor event, you can either get upset and complain, or you can accept it and find a way to make the best of the situation. Acceptance does not mean passivity. It means acknowledging what is happening so that you can respond to it effectively. When we resist reality, we create unnecessary suffering for ourselves. When we accept it, we free ourselves to move forward. The Stoics also teach us to practice gratitude, even in the face of uncertainty. Gratitude is a powerful tool because it shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have. Instead of worrying about what might go wrong, we can appreciate what is going right. For example, if you are worried about your health, take a moment to be grateful for the things your body can do. If you are worried about your finances, be thankful for the basic necessities you have. Gratitude reminds us that even in difficult times, there are still things to be thankful for. This mindset can help us stay positive and resilient. Finally, the Stoics remind us that we are not alone in facing uncertainty. Everyone, no matter how successful or confident they appear, deals with uncertainty. It is a universal human experience. When we remember this, we can feel more connected to others and less isolated in our struggles. We can also learn from how others handle uncertainty. For example, think about someone you admire who has faced challenges with grace and strength. What can you learn from their example? How can you apply their wisdom to your own life? In conclusion, uncertainty is a natural part of life, but it does not have to control us. By practicing Stoic principles, we can handle uncertainty with calm and strength. We can focus on what we can control, prepare for challenges, live in the present, see uncertainty as an opportunity, find happiness within ourselves, accept reality, practice gratitude, and learn from others. These practices take time and effort, but they are worth it. They can help us live a more peaceful and fulfilling life, even in the face of the unknown. So the next time you feel uncertain, remember the wisdom of the Stoics. You have the power to choose how you respond. You have the power to handle uncertainty like a Stoic.